Hello friends, myself Dr. Kirti Sriram Kulkarni and I am from Gokhale Education Society's Arts, Commerce and Science College Jawar. So I am very happy to welcome you again for the FY Foundation course semester 2. So friends, now you are very well adopted with the new method, that is the blended method, where we are conducting lectures on YouTube and you have also successfully completed your exam. Okay, so I think now you have generated interest in this type of method. So today we will begin with our semester 2 and we will start with our first unit, that is globalization and Indian society. So friends, before starting this unit we will have a look for our syllabus in semester 2. Okay, so here in semester 2 also you have overall 5 units. Okay, and in these 5 units the very first unit is globalization and Indian society. Okay, so we all know very well about the globalization. It is a well known word which is used after every two sentences nowadays, so that you have to learn. It is about the concept of liberalization, privatization and globalization. So these are different terms used in corporate world that we have to learn. Then you have to learn about growth of information technology and communication. The third part will be impact of globalization on industry. It is about changing employment and increase in migration. Okay, then you have to learn about change in agrarian sector due to globalization. We all know that because of globalization the world is changing, so there is also impact on industries as well as the farming sector, or we can say agrarian sector. So what is that impact that we have to learn in this chapter, and also the corporate farming and farmers suicide. So we all know that because of this all globalization and all, the condition of farmer is getting worse, and because of that sometime they attempt suicide. So we have to also learn the various causes and reasons for that. Okay, then our next chapter will be of human rights. So in our first semester we have learned about our constitution, our duties and our rights, okay, given by our constitution. So similarly in this term we will learn about the human rights. So in that chapter very first concept of human rights will be explained, then origin and evolution of human rights, okay, how they have come into existence, in which area, that you have to learn. Then the universal declaration of human rights, and the fourth topic will be human rights constituents with special reference to fundamental rights in constitution. Okay, so what I feel that you must be thinking about these very heavy words. Okay, these are difficult words, human rights, okay, fundamental rights, but when we will start this chapter slowly you will get ideas about this, and then the topic will be very easy for you. So don't get panic, slowly you will understand the things. Okay, then the third topic will be of unit 3. It is about our ecology. Okay, so ecology is very important topic and we all are science person, so we are very loving with the ecology and environment. So here in this chapter you have to learn about the importance of environmental studies. So what is environment and how it is useful, that you have to learn in this chapter. Then concept of environment, ecology and their interconnection. What is the interlinking between environment and ecology is there, that you have to learn. Then you have to learn about environmental as natural capital for quality human life. So if you want to live a quality human life, you have to protect the environment. So that concept will be explained over here. Then environmental degradation. Pollution is very we can say harmful impact of the industrialization as well as globalization. So what is that environmental degradation, that we will see here. Then we will learn about the causes and impact of environmental degradation. Then there will be sustainable development. Okay, So what is sustainable development? We will learn about its concept and component, and then we will discuss about the poverty and environment, this type of various factors. Okay, then we have to learn the fourth unit, that is understanding stress and conflicts. Okay, so nowadays the world has become very fast, everybody is after money. Okay, and therefore we get very less time, and therefore we get a lot of stress and conflicts. So it is very necessary to learn about the causes or concept of stress and conflicts. Then what are different agents of socialization and their role? Okay, then significance of values ethics in development of individual. So whenever there is development of a person, always there is significance of the moral values as well as ethics. Okay, so that is very important. Next is stereotyping causing conflicts in society. Okay, so there are some prejudices in our mind, and we grow in that manner, so that these type of things causes conflicts in the society. And last will be the aggression and violence as the public expression. So whenever the stress becomes very hyper, what will happen? We express our anger publicly. Okay, it may cause aggression as well as violence. So that is also one kind of stress that is expressed in public. So how to overcome that we will learn in this particular chapter. Then there will be last fifth unit, that is about managing stress and conflicts in contemporary society. So it is not only required to learn about the stress, but we should also know how to overcome that. Okay, so therefore we will learn about the type of conflicts and use of coping mechanism. Okay, so as we all know that the world will be as it is, and we will be there in this same situation. So we have to learn about coping up the situation चेंज नहीं होने वाला है, हम लोगों को चेंज होना पड़ता है. ओके, सो इफ़ वी वांट स्ट्रेसलेस लाइफ, ओके, हैप्पी लाइफ, then we should manage the stress and we should cope up with the situations. Then there will be Maslow's theory of self actualization. Self actualization means we should have the idea about ourselves. हम कैसे हैं, हमारे अंदर क्या क्या अच्छे प्रॉपर्टी है, ओके, व्हाट आर आवर वीकनेसेस, और हम कहाँ तक जा सकते हैं, है ना. वी शुड नॉट हैव more and more expectation from ourselves. Okay, there is limitation for everything, also for us. So we should have proper idea about ourselves, that is called as self actualization. Then there will be methods to respond stress and conflicts. How to respond the stress? अगर हम लोगों को टेंशन आ रहा है, परेशानी हो रही है, तो how to overcome that or how to respond that we will learn. Then conflicts resolution, and finally we will learn about the efforts towards building peace and harmony in the society. तो कॉन्फ्लिक्ट्स और स्ट्रेस को मैनेज करना बहुत ज़रूरी है, बिकॉज वी वांट टू overcome our stress as well as we want to keep peace and harmony in our society. Okay, so that are different 5 units that we have to discuss in this semester, and again you have to write a particular project. Okay, so we will also discuss about the topics for your project, and how in our first semester you have written the theory paper as well as you have submitted a project of 25 marks. Same thing you will do in this semester also. So I request you all to you can say you can start writing your project very early, so that you can submit it within the time limit. Okay, so now we will start with our first topic, that is your concept of liberalization, privatization and globalization. Okay, so we all know that today's world is corporate world, and therefore these three concept of liberalization, then privatization and globalization are very very important. Okay, so we will see what is concept of liberalization. Okay, what is liberalization? So it is nothing but the progressive elimination of government control over economic activities is known as liberalization. So what you have to do, गवर्नमेंट का जो कंट्रोल होता है सारे इकोनॉमिक एक्टिविटी पर, ओके, जैसे कि गवर्नमेंट सेक्टर में होता है, दैट कंट्रोल इज स्लोली एलिमिनेटेड and it is taken in a positive manner. Okay, so that we can say progressive elimination. तो गवर्नमेंट का जो कंट्रोल है या फिर गवर्नमेंट जो कंट्रीब्यूट करता है या फिर उसको कंट्रोल में रखने की कोशिश करता है, दैट यू हैव टू रिमूव फ्रॉम द इकोनॉमिक एक्टिविटीज़. तो फिर वो क्या हो सकता है? इट कैन बी वेरियस बिजनेसेस, ओके, और एजुकेशनल सिस्टम और एनीथिंग वेयर देयर इज़ कंट्रोल ऑफ गवर्नमेंट. तो जो भी सिस्टम रन हो रही है, मे बी इट इज़ एजुकेशनल सिस्टम और बिजनेस, ओके, और कोई डिसीजन मेकिंग है, तो वहाँ से अगर गवर्नमेंट का कंट्रोल स्लोली रिमूव होता है, एलिमिनेट होता है, then that is called as liberalization. Okay, so the idea is that government's role in development of economic activity should be as less as possible. So some fields are left like there should be no interference of government, we can say. So there are some various type of businesses, okay, or we can say there are private agencies are given freedom to make their own decision regarding production, consumption, pricing, marketing, borrowing, lending and investment. तो ये बिज़नेस में से अगर गवर्नमेंट का जो कंट्रीब्यूशन है या फिर इंटरफेरेंस है वो अगर हम निकाल देते तो क्या होगा? ये जो सारी चीज़ें हैं, जैसे कि कोई भी चीज़ का प्रोडक्शन करना या फिर उसकी डिलीवरी देना, उसकी प्राइसिंग, उसकी प्राइस फिक्स करना, हाउ टू मार्केटिंग इट, दैट, ओके, या फिर किसी को बोरो करना है तो वो, या फिर किस तरह से इन्वेस्टमेंट करनी है, ये सारी चीज़ें जो प्रोडक्शन करने वाला है या फिर जो पर्टिकुलर एजेंसी है वो खुद करेगी. देयर विल बी नो कंट्रीब्यूशन ऑफ गवर्नमेंट. ओके, सो दिस इज़ कॉल्ड एज लिबरलाइजेशन. तो ये जो लिबरलाइजेशन है, इट केम इनटू एग्जिस्टेंस फ्रॉम अर्ली 1990s. सो 90s का जो डिकेड था तब से लिबरलाइजेशन का कंसेप्ट एग्जिस्ट होने लगा. So the economic reforms initiated by the government were carried on by all successive governments, partially because the force of their progress was too strong to resist, partially because each government saw wisdom in them, and partially because our international creditors made them one of the conditions. So because of different situations and because of worldwide things that were there, we have to also accepted this type of concept where there is less contribution, or we can say less interference of government, and the decision is taken by any private agency, okay, or private factor. So the result was a large group of multinational and various foreign banks, and we can say various investor landed as a guest in our India, or we can say there was investment of foreign currency in Indian market, and Indian conversation, or we can say there were a lot of different type of situation which were seen after the concept of liberalization. सो देन व्हाट इज़ द वेरियस इम्पैक्ट ऑफ लिबरलाइजेशन. इस तरीके से जो गवर्नमेंट का इंटरफेरेंस था वो कम होने के बाद मार्केट जो था या फिर अपनी जो इकोनॉमी है उस पर कैसे इफ़ेक्ट हम लोगों को दिखाई दिए. सो वेरी फर्स्ट देयर वॉज इकोनॉमिकल कोलैप्स. तो ऐसा नहीं है कि हमेशा गवर्नमेंट का कंट्रीब्यूशन या इंटरफेरेंस गलत होता है. सो व्हेनेवर देयर इज़ no control of government, we can face the economic collapse. Also sometime we have faced the cultural collapse. So not only our economy but also our culture. And then there were a majorly seen factor was increasing in inequalities. तो हम लोगों ने देखा कि जो अमीर लोग थे वो और अमीर बनते गए एंड द पुअर वेर बिकमिंग मोर एंड मोर पुअर. So this is the concept of inequality, and India is always trying to remove this type of inequalities. In our first semester we have discussed about that we are always in the concept of equality. तो ये जो ऐसा concept था इसके वजह से there were chances of increasing inequality. So therefore liberalization was not much working for Indian society. Then there was concept of privatization, okay, and after privatization then there was concept of globalization. So what are these concepts that we will discuss in our next lecture. Till that, you take care and stay safe. Thank you.